All right, and welcome back, guys. We've got some really exciting Cold War Zombies news to cover today. This was an official tweet by Treyarch, so we've got some official news regarding the super Easter egg we're going to be able to go over. We got some patch notes and all over some really exciting stuff. As always, this is going to be a rapid style video where we break down all the new information as quick as possible. That way you can quickly watch this video and get right back into game. If you're new here and want to sub, I would greatly appreciate it. That way you stay fully up to date in all sort of COD Zombies news. And if you want to leave a like or a comment, I would madly appreciate that because that's what helps our channel grow out more than anything. Now, starting off with the tweet itself, which actually does give us some additional information from Treyarch Studios. New updates are coming to Black Ops Cold War Zombies on April 25th at 9 a.m. PT, 12 a.m. ET. Patch notes at the Treyarch Trello, and then you got the Trello board here, which we're going to read off those patch notes in a second. But pretty much everyone thought the update was coming out on the 27th. They just said around the start of Season 3 for Vanguard, which is the 27th. They don't necessarily say all the rewards are going to be coming out on the 27th, but they say new updates are coming. So this makes me believe that we're probably going to be able to do the super Easter egg, at least a lot of the stuff in this patch, on the 25th at 12 a.m. well, depending on what time zone you're in, which is really exciting. I've been telling everyone that it was probably going to be coming out the 27th, but it looks like what they're doing here is they don't really want to mix the marketing. So obviously the Vanguard season and the Warzone season starting on the 27th, and if they release all this content for, you know, Cold War the same time that they release all the Vanguard stuff, it's going to be like a split between the player base. So they're going to be like, hey, let's do all the Treyarch stuff on the 25th, do all the marketing for that, and then come on the 27th, that will start, you know, the Vanguard and the Warzone and all that stuff. So it looks like we're going to be getting the super Easter egg rewards and all the other stuff we're about to talk in these patch notes on the 25th. It's not 100% confirmed because sometimes the update comes out before the patch. So for all we know, this is just going to be the update and we can't do anything with it till the 27th. But the way this is phrased makes me think we're probably going to be getting the super Easter egg on the 25th, which is super, super exciting. We got to do some more Easter eggs on stream in preparation of it coming out. All right, now when you click on the patch notes, this is what you see: April 25th patch notes preview. These aren't even the full patch notes. These appear to be just a preview for the full patch notes releasing on the 25th. I think this is the first time we've ever got a preview for some patch notes here. Zombies, Easter eggs, added a new secret location offering over a dozen rewards and a permanent upgrade in all zombie map, depending on how many main quests you've completed. And I know what you're saying, we already knew this. No, this first line is unique. A new secret location. So they're actually changing something on one of the maps here. We don't really know which map it's going to be and what's getting changed. And then also a permanent upgrade. So this is going to be something kind of like Black Ops 3 had, where once you did all the Easter eggs, you got like an RK5 when you spawned in with. You are going to be getting some sort of permanent upgrade in all zombie maps that we don't have before. And there is so many things this could be. It could be, you know, spawning with tier 1 armor. It could be like a green salvage thing. But I think what I'm most excited about is to find this new location. Is this going to be on one map? Is this going to be multiple maps? If it's only going to be on one map, my guess would be D Machina, because it was the original map in the game. I don't think it's going to be an Outbreak map, because if you wanted to get your reward on an Outbreak map, you load into a random Outbreak map. It would be really hard. It doesn't really make sense for it to be on an Onslaught map. So that really only makes this secret location something you'd find on the main maps. And if they're doing it on one of the main maps, it's probably either going to be the first main map or the last main map. So it's going to probably either be D Machina or Forsaken, and I'm leaning towards D Machina. That's usually when they add all this new stuff. But we're just going to have to wait for the update to come out to see what's actually going to happen. I was so confused by this. I tweeted out, what do they mean all zombie maps? All zombie maps, Outbreak, Onslaught, and the classic maps, just the classic maps and Outbreak are just the classic maps. Really confusing on what maps are getting the new content. And then Kevin Drew, one of the lead directors for Zombies, tweeted out, maybe just a smattering of everything. And this makes me think that some of the rewards are obviously going to affect all the modes. So that makes more sense to be able to get like a green tier weapon, other stuff like that. Maybe we're going to get some stuff, rewards that are exclusive to Outbreak. A lot of people have been talking about the Cerberus and Crystal Axe coming to Outbreak, which would make sense. In this update, if we go down farther in the patch notes, enemies, they're adding in the Abomination enemy to Outbreak, and they're also adding the Abomination as a high value target objective in Outbreak. So if they're adding in the big bosses from Forsaken, maybe they should also be adding in the wonder weapons from Forsaken. We've already seen all of the Mauer or Toten bosses added into Outbreak. We've seen the disciples flying around, all that stuff, but we never got the Cerberus. So maybe one of these dozen unique rewards is allowing all of the wonder weapons to be used in Outbreak. Maybe even seeing the wonder weapons in Onslaught. Right now, you can't get any wonder weapons in Onslaught. That would be another amazing reward. Moving on to the next thing in the patch notes: modes, Outbreak, Collapse. Players must outlast increasingly intense wave for 10 minutes before attempting to exfil in a single region. This is extremely close to the outbreak thing we had for the Halloween event, and I'm really excited this is coming back. Hopefully this is here to stay and it's not going to leave again, because out of all the limited time modes we got, this was definitely one of the biggest W's. After choosing from one of 2 random regions to infiltrate, fight to survive as the difficulty ramps up every 2 minutes. Hold out until the time limit and race to the exfil point as the farthest point from your squad while Surge of Zombie closes in your position. Successfully exfil from the region before time runs out. So you've already pretty much played this exact thing if you played during the Halloween event. It's not like the funnest thing in the world, but I did have quite a bit of fun, and I'm glad it's here, and hopefully it's just going to be in the game from this point on. And next, something you guys know I'm super excited about: perks. Tombstone. Address an issue with players with Tombstone tier 4 were not being respawned near the end of the round. This is a bug that's been in Cold War Zombies for over a year. Ever since Tombstone was added, this has never worked properly. Tombstone tier 4 is supposed to do 2 things. It's supposed to cut the respawn delay in half in Outbreak, which it does, but it's also supposed to make you spawn towards the end of the round in round based. That has never worked at any point in time in the game's life cycle. Over a year in the making, and finally on the 25th we are going to be able to do it, and we're going to be able to do a proper Tombstone tier 4 review, and I'm just excited. This actually makes Tombstone a little bit more useful, because out of all the abilities when Tombstone first came out, I said this right here was going to be the best part of it, and the best part of Tombstone hasn't worked, but come the 25th it is. Then another change we actually didn't know about at all: mystery box. Weapons from the season 6 can be obtained in the mystery box. So all weapons all the way up to season 6, that the only thing that you're not going to be able to get out of the mystery box is the Vargo. Every other weapon in the game that we've ever got DLC wise will be in the mystery box, unless it's the Vargo. So hopefully they also add the Vargo at some point, because the Vargo is going to feel real lonely. I guess when the new SMG comes out, it's also not going to be able from the mystery box. But that right there is everything in the patch notes. But before we move on, one thing that I want to talk about here is that on October 13 of last year, I tweeted out a list of things I would like to see as a super Easter egg reward way before the super Easter egg reward was confirmed. We could have gotten a Pack-a-Punch camo to use and create a class, Director Operator, a Forsaken Charm, a single time of 1 million XP reward, start with green tier weapons, start with 2 creative class weapons. I think that'd be really cool. Full attachments on shotguns and pistols. You still can't put all the attachments on shotguns and pistols. You can on all the other weapons, just not those 2 classes. A survival version of Nocturne Totem, and then a calling card, like, you know, a final moving mastery calling card. So let's see if come the 25th, if anything that I put on this list way back in October of last year comes true. Now, one last thing before we end this video, I want to go over a few spots that would make sense for the new special area that's going to be unlocked. One, this area, D Machina, has a lot going on, but from what it sounds like, what we read off, there is going to be a new area on one of the maps, and that's where you're going to obtain the rewards for the first time. Some of these rewards are going to be permanent and last forever. I also thought this balcony looks pretty good. There could be just some rewards chilling out here on the balcony that you open, but I don't think they're going to make like a huge area. I think from what it sounds like, it's going to be a new area that opens on one of the maps, maybe multiple of the maps. So there are a few areas that I just want to cover right here on D Machina. And in the next few days leading up to the launch of the super Easter egg, I kind of want to explore this map and Forsaken, because those 2 maps are really what make me think we're going to get more than anything. There is a spot over here that had a lot of questions when this map first released that people thought was part of the Easter egg. There's this weird machine just kind of chilling out here with like something in the middle of it with wires coming this way. Maybe the different wires could represent each Easter egg, and you got to activate them all, kind of like we saw in Black Ops 2 on Buried. There was like a box location. There's also kind of a fenced area right here that could potentially move up, but more than likely that is what it's going to be. It's going to be rip. It's going to be, we're going to go down. It's going to be a new area here on D Machina or Forsaken would be my guess, or maybe all the maps, but I think it's probably just going to be one map, and they're going to allow you to open up, go into an area that you've never previously been able to get into and get these rewards, bro. All I can say is I'm excited. There are so many questions behind this, but I do have a question for you. If you guys go around, what maps do you, or what particular areas on D Machina and Forsaken, or maybe even the other maps, do you think this super Easter egg could take place in? Maybe under here, since it's underneath the Aether portal. Or there's also the Easter egg room, obviously the room in here that deals a lot. There's even the outside areas of this, bro. Look, there's so much going on out here. But yeah, definitely leave your suggestions for us to try as soon as the update launches on the 26th. That's why I'm gonna be going around. Maybe we'll do a stream where we're looking for area. Look at this hallway. This would make sense, an area back here, but I have a feeling they're just going to open up one of these barricades, and who knows, maybe the area they open up is going to be the new best camping spot on this map. That would be hilarious. Maybe we'll go to round 100 in the Easter egg room. So leave your suggestions down below. And what are you most excited about for this update coming out soon? All I can say, I'm excited and I cannot wait to try it out. Also, what do you think are the potential rewards? Now that I've gone over what I potentially think, I've seen a lot of people suggesting maybe a ray gun Mark II, which this is the first zombie game since Buried. We have not got a ray gun Mark II, so I would do that. I would freak out if it was ray gun Mark II. With that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. I want to give a massive thanks to everyone who became a Twitch sub or a YouTube member, and an extra special thanks to those who taken above and beyond and became an Unlock Plus Plus member here on YouTube. We got the GOAT Positive Expert, the most OP Gobblegum ever, Round Robin, the 2X Trader Purple, the absolute legend Nick G, the massive Chad Noah, and the craziest story arc ever, Scar.